Hey guys, it's Liz from blueandhazel.com and welcome to my homeschool YouTube channel. If you're new here, I have a 4th grader, a 3rd grader, and a 1st grader this coming year, and a 2-year-old, and this is going to be our 5th year homeschooling. I can't believe it. What I wanted to talk about this video with you is just what we're kind of doing as a reset this summer, and gonna just continue it throughout the school year, but how we are kind of restructuring our habits. I feel like I've done a really bad job just in our home and in our homeschool, just doing too much for the kids and forgetting what they're capable of and not asking them to learn these habits that are going to serve them for the rest of their life. And I myself have really struggled with good habits. Somebody said something to me which was just struck home, and it made a lot of sense. And it was like, basically do something today that's going to pay you tomorrow. And really good habits are just that exact thing. You have to work so hard while you're doing them, and they're just annoying, and you don't want to do this new thing, and you're not, you have to think so hard about it. And so many times, like, I would rather just sit down and save it for later, or put it off, or do the thing for my kids because I'm faster at it and I know where it goes. And it doesn't pay me back tomorrow to do that. It doesn't pay me a month from now. It doesn't make our life easier for me to not work on these habits. And so I know that habits are a huge deal in a Charlotte Mason education, and I've been doing a lot of reading on that this summer. We are actually totally flip-flopping our homeschool style and kind of going from eclectic, where we pull a little bit here and there from everywhere, and then we are really kind of diving into more of a Charlotte Mason homeschool this school year for the first time. I think it just hit me through the things that we were reading, like, we need to go back to what Charlotte Mason would have you do with a preschooler and a kindergartner and a younger child, and we need to all go back and relearn a few habits. And I looked into laying down the rails. It's a curriculum from Simply Charlotte Mason, and I've heard great things on a lot of Facebook forums. I personally just didn't want a curriculum to add to anything. I did not want another book to open and another teacher's guide to follow and another, I don't know. I just wanted to simplify it. And I'm sure it's a great curriculum. I just couldn't do one more thing. And so I want to share what we have been using this month and doing. We're going to keep doing it this school year. It's been working so well, you guys, so well. We are picking basically 3 to 4 habits a month, and maybe less than that, because I almost feel like 4 habits this month was like slightly too much, which maybe that sounds like crazy. Maybe that sounds like not very many at all. But we were just going back to the drawing board of some things that were really bothering me that we weren't doing good with. And I wanted to go have us all learn these habits every single day. I put myself on a habit tracker this month, and I put 2 things on my list. And I will tell you, those 2 things have been really, really hard for me. And I've mentally worked at doing them every day. Sometimes I don't do them, and I know that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But I bought something. I bought this beautiful journal from Juniper Grove Journals, and this was kind of my homeschool treat to myself this year. And I can do another video with some of the notebooks that are inside of this journal, but you can basically fill them with whatever journals that you want. So I got a weekly planner in one, and a habit tracker was the one that I used this month. So in this video, I'm going to show you what we did for habits. I'm not going to cover any of the other things in here, but maybe that will be another video if you'd like to see that. But okay, so as far as the habit tracker goes, it's a little hard to see this here, but I have written 4 habits for each of my kids. So right here, 4 habits for the next kid, same 4 habits for the next kid, and then this is me down on the bottom. And then here is day 1 of the month, and day all the way through 30 days of the month. And so you can see each day we would concentrate on these habits. Now let me tell you how basic these are and how amazing they have been for our just home life. Habit number 1, brush your teeth in the morning. I know that is something that probably a lot of you already do. I just felt like if I didn't say, have you brushed your teeth yet? Nobody had brushed their teeth. And so that was a really basic thing that if I can gift my kids good oral hygiene for the rest of their lives so that it's a habit and they're not thinking about it, they just do it, it's a morning thing without mom getting on their case, that would be amazing. So that was number 1 on there, and let me tell you, every single morning these guys are brushing their teeth. The next thing that I have on my list here is put shoes on the shoe rack. Now, shoes have been a big problem in our house for so long. I don't know, it's just we didn't have a good system for shoes. What I did is I went and bought some pretty shoe racks and I put them in the garage. And so they have a spot where their shoes go now, an actual shoe home, and it's easy to find, it's pretty. And so when we come in through the garage, that's where their shoes go onto the shelf. So when they come in and they put their shoes on the floor, I'm like, oh, you didn't put your shoes away. Then they know I've got to do that. And I feel like after 1 month of doing this, it's so much more of a habit. You could literally grab a free piece of paper that you already own and write a couple of habits on the refrigerator and make a check mark each day if that helps you. But what this has done for me is it has forced me not to pick up those shoes that I see in the laundry room hallway. Instead, I realize I've been picking up those shoes so many years now, randomly, that I find just a quick go put them away, or quick clean up the living room floor or whatever. I've been doing that so long that now it's a disservice to me. Now it's a disservice to them. And so it's forced me to leave those shoes on the floor when I see them and say, hey, so-and-so, come put your shoes on the shelf, you forgot to. They know, and they run and put it away. It's very simple, but it's really, really forced me, knowing that it's on their checklist, not to do that job for them, which is actually really hard for me. I didn't realize, wow, I just love to do it because then it's done. And then my house is a little bit less messy. And so now I'm really stopping doing stuff that if it's on the list, specifically if it's on the list. Okay, so the next thing, we have brush teeth, put shoes on the shoe rack. I probably should have just started with those 2 things this month, but we went big and we got 4 things. So the third thing is put clothes away. Now I would say we're doing okay with this. Not great, but at least it is happening more often, and like I said, it's helping me to not put their clothes away just because I see them in the hallway, or because I see socks on the floor, or a swim shirt that's still on the bathroom floor or something. And I had to kind of explain, when you get dressed in the morning, instead of putting your clothes on the floor, put them either in your drawer or in the closet. You can hang it up or you can drop it in your bin. It doesn't have to be folded. It just has to be off the floor and in your spot. And this also forced me to buy some laundry hampers. I know, you guys, it's weird. I didn't have laundry hampers. I've had no laundry hampers for a year, and dirty clothes have just gone straight to the washing machine because it's in a central location in our house. And so what I did is I went and I bought some pretty laundry hampers, and now they have one in their bedroom, and I have one in my bedroom, and so it's really easy to find one if you have dirty clothes. So that's been great, and it has made their floor a lot cleaner. When I have clean laundry and it comes out in a big giant bundle, I usually just put it in the hallway outside their bedroom, any kids' clothes, and then I'll have them that day sometimes say, okay, go find any clothes that are yours in that clean pile and go put them in your drawer. And the very last thing that is on my list, put pillows and blankets away. And what that means for us, every single morning my kids come out and they bring their like big fuzzy microfiber blanket out, and they love it. I love it. It's adorable. They just wake up with their blankets in the morning on the couch. And sometimes there will even be like forts made with them during the day, or pillows brought out or anything like that. And so I have oftentimes feel like our house just kind of looks like there's these huge blankets in random places because nobody puts them away. And And so what we've been trying to do, and it's not always in the morning time, sometimes it'll be a little bit like afternoon time or something, but I've been trying to do it in the morning so we don't look at them after they have had their chance to wake up. And when they go to have breakfast or whatever, then I'll say pillows and blankets. And so everybody knows that if they brought a pillow or a blanket out in the morning, that they have to go put it on their bed, not on the floor of their room, but just on their bed. And so basically having clothes not on the floor, having shoes not on the floor, and both of those things having a home, having no blankets and pillows all over the house, and having those things be put back in their room, like those three things alone, I feel like our house is much cleaner or tidier, I guess you could say. And so that has been really, really helpful. I also feel like the brushing teeth thing is just really, really important, and they need to have that just as a life habit. And so, so those are the habits we've been working on this month. Next month, which is right around the corner, I am going to probably add in maybe 2 more habits. So we'll keep working on these ones, and I will add 2 new habits. So the next month is blank, it looks like this, and I will go ahead and write a couple of new habits on there for everybody, myself included. I think we're gonna have garbage to the garbage is going to be one of the next ones that we'll work on next month. And that really is like in an effort for me to have less things to pick up. So like if you take a wrapper off something, garbage goes to the garbage. If you are crafting and you cut off like pieces of paper, I know it sounds obvious, but it's not obvious. It's not obvious to them. And so having this mindset that I made the mess, I'm gonna clean it up. Like I made this garbage piece, it's supposed to go to the garbage, not on the couch or the floor or under my mattress or whatever. So that is going to be one thing I know that we need to work on next month. Not quite sure what the second thing will be. Now for myself, I wanted to mention what my 2 things were and how that's been going this month. I absolutely love that I've put myself on the same thing as them, because you guys, you don't realize how hard this is till you put yourself on a habit tracker. It is hard, and I do really feel for them. Like it's hard to make a new normal and to kind of train yourself to do these things that will pay you tomorrow. And so my 2 things I picked was to do the dishes after each meal. I knew that that's been a crutch for me. I don't like doing the dishes. I want to go sit down after lunch. I want to go sit down after breakfast. I've been forcing myself most days, not all days. Like right now, I actually have a sink full of dirty dishes because we ran out to go play at the lake today and I didn't do them. So they're in there from breakfast, but it just gives your house a really clean feel. And I do not like coming in to make a meal and having a sink full of dishes, because then I have to make room, do some dishes. I don't have a ton of plates and bowls, so it's like they're oftentimes dirty if I haven't done them. And so so that's been a new habit for me. As far as how I've been doing on that, I want to say like 50-50, maybe like, I don't know. At least I'm aware of it and I'm working on it and getting better at it. Oh, that's easy. I can dump that in. You know, it's just my mind doesn't have to wonder or feel that panicky feeling when you don't have a plan. So that's been really helpful. And then next month, I'm not totally sure what my habits are going to be. My husband loves that we're all doing this, and I think he's going to be on board picking some habits next month with us. Anyways, if you have anything that's been really helpful for your family in just starting those habits, please let me know in the comments. Mainly what I really wanted to do is I wanted my family to practice things that would serve them later, and I wanted to teach the idea of just disciplining yourself to do something that you don't want to do. And that's hard for me, so I get it. But anyways, I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know if you were to put yourself on a habit tracker this coming month, what would be your top 2 things that you would want to try to get as a new habit for yourself? Okay, thank you for liking this video if you enjoyed it, and be sure to subscribe for some more homeschool videos and motherhood videos.